Today I'm going to tell you about a resource called Flippity, and we're going to use Flippity as a way of having a digital alternative to game cards. And for our example, we're going to look at replacing this set of game cards with a digital option. So to do this, I'm going to go to Flippity. It's at flippity.net. And there's lots of different options at Flippity. I can have flashcards and puzzles and click and drag manipulatives. The one we're going to look at right now is the random name picker. So to do the random name picker, I'm going to download a template, and that template will be a Google Sheet, as are all of these. And you're going to go ahead and make a copy of that and save it to your drive. I'm going to give that a descriptive name. So my goal is to make the break it down game cards. And it comes preloaded with some examples of student names, as they envision this as being a resource that would let you pick a student's name. But we're actually going to use it to make our number cards. So I go to type in those values, and you might notice we have a slight problem, because I actually want this to read as a positive 11 or a plus 11. And the default format doesn't let me do that very easily. So the next few steps are going to be specific to making the game cards that look like this, that have the operation sign. So to do that, I'm going to select this column and I'm going to format the deck, or format the cells, my apologies. And it's a type of number formatting. And I'm going to walk you through something that needs to be done the first time. So you're going to need to create a custom number format. So I go down to More Formats, I select the Custom Number Format. Now I've done this on my system, so you're going to need to walk through the steps to create the option that you see here. And so you're going to type in this very specific structure. You're going to type in the quote, plus sign, quote, 0. And what that does is tell it when the number is positive to put the plus sign in front. And similarly, I'm going to put quote, quote, negative, quote, and the 0, and end that with a semicolon. And now if it's a negative number, you've told it to put a negative in front. So it shows you this is what it's going to look like when I have a positive number or I have a negative number. And since this will be your first time to type that in, you will need to hit apply. I've done this before, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to show you what you would do successive times. So if you've already typed in that number format and you want that format again, you would select number, and it's going to be one of the options on your list. So that's what I'm going to do now. And you can see that now I have the plus sign in front of positive numbers. And just to give you an example, if I type in a negative number, we see that negative sign in front as well. I'm going to pause the video for a moment and finish filling in the values. So during that pause, I typed in the value. There were 28 cards, and so we're filling rows 2 through 29. And we see that the positives and the negatives show up just as we hoped. Now I need to make it into a spinner, and this is going to be general. So whatever name picker, other values you might want, this is going to be the same set of steps. The first thing you need to do is publish the document. So this is going to make it accessible to others. So I'm in the File menu, and I'm going to go here to Publish to the web. And I've published this document, so now others can get to it. And then I go to this other tab in the spreadsheet, and this is where the power of Flippity kicks in, is that there's this unique code, or URL address actually, that will take you to a spinner that has these values filled in. And there's lots of ways you can use it. I can do it as a spinner. I can also do it that it looks more like a card being flipped over. So here I have positive 12 as one of my cards, or add 12, and I can flip to the next card. So on the next turn, a student would need to add 11 or add 32, and so on. And so any student, any person who has this particular link is going to be able to access this set of cards and use those in place of the card deck. I hope you find Flippity a useful resource.